Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So this is going to be a bit of an update for you guys as to kind of what's going to happen with content. Now, I've obviously made a previous video basically talking about the future plans, and I have obviously announced publicly why some of the plans didn't come into effect. Now, if any of you have been following along, the original plans were cancelled. I was planning to make a actual POV video on the 27th of December 2022. That did not occur out of the fact that I had both strep throat and a ear infection, which deemed it close to impossible for me to actually go and not only play but make the video as well. Luckily, since then, I have gotten a lot better. Right now, I'm basically at full health. Don't really notice any problems with my ear. The only thing now is a little bit of shoulder and chest pain, and just I don't know why my jaw's being funny. Anyways, that is not the point of this. The point of this video is kind of to talk to you guys about what's coming very, very soon. So the date today is currently the 16th of January 2023, and it is 9:10 p.m. And we have finally gone ahead and actually set in stone that we are going to be doing Airsoft this Sunday. So uh, I and a buddy of mine who will be in the video have booked to go to Airsoft at Warzone, which is a site that's in Coventry. Um, that has now been booked. So that is booked now for let me just make sure I'm right here, for the 22nd, which is in 6 days. So in 6 days' time, that video will be recorded. We're going to go play there. In regards with actually what content will be available, I was originally planning to do both a review on the HK here, a review on the Glock 17 that I repaired, a review on a HPA pistol that's going to be that may be converted in the future, a review on the Vulcan ASL series assault rifle, a review on a AWP spring action sniper, and of course just general gameplay. Unfortunately, I don't believe I will be reviewing the Vulcan ASL. The reason being is that the owner of the Vulcan ASL, since I am not the owner of that rifle, has basically gone ahead and said that he doesn't really want me using the Vulcan ASL out of the spite that it has only recently been repaired by me, and that he really just wants to make sure that when he plays with it himself, which will again be on the 22nd, that it does in fact work. Um, However, I will try to coax him into allowing me just to play a game or even half a game with it. It's content regardless, so I'm not too bothered. In regards to the pistol, that again will be the same thing. We don't actually have verification as to whether or not it works, unfortunately, because originally, when it was first built or modified, um, it didn't work. It had problems with pressure, which basically made it nearly impossible to use. You could fire a BB or two out of it, but it would just consistently lose air and basically deem it an inoperable HPA. I mean, you could play maybe 10 minutes with that before there was no air left in the tank, let alone any pressure to actually make the BB fly. And the regulator basically, even though it was regulating air pressure, it wasn't actually giving him the pressure needed for a BB to fly at a consistent speed. So, of course, it was deemed inoperable. Since then, we've gone ahead and taken it back. Well, I went ahead and took it back myself, even though it's not mine. And basically, he asked me to have a look at it, and we determined that the pistol runs completely fine upon putting a EUWE Glock 17 mag, if I'm correct. I filled it up with green gas. The thing fired fine, doesn't have a problem. All internals look fine. I even did a little bit of lubrication on them and they were completely fine. So then what we did after that was basically I began testing the tank, the regulator, the hose, the mag converter, the mag within the converter housing, and the Stangy to pistol magazine converter. What we basically found was that the tank was not leaking itself, the regulator was not leaking, the hose was not leaking. It had a slight leak, but not to the point where it would cause issues like this. And upon further inspection, what we found was basically just faulty parts within the conversion magazine, um, which is kind of why it just wasn't working properly. Like air was getting through, but it was also escaping from an area that we just could not find. And it became really annoying because, again, it doesn't work. It can't regulate pressure, can't regulate anything, and is just losing air constantly. I mean, the tank might run at like 10,000 psi, but if the regulator is only running it at 160, just as an example, you're still losing psi weight. You're still losing air too quickly, and the air just doesn't get pressurized because it's escaping from God knows where. So we've now replaced that mag. We actually got a pre-assembled one, which means it has been tested, because originally we didn't use a pre-assembled one, and that has a warranty on it. So if we put it in and it doesn't work, again, we couldn't test it at home because we don't have air compressors. Because unfortunately HPA requires a air compressor to fill the tank and actually get to using it. So we didn't have one, so we can't actually test it until we get there. We're not going to be bringing the sniper either, because number one, it's really stupid for me to, now that I think about it, it's stupid for me to try and record me using a sniper when I do not have a camera that can kind of not either zoom in or a camera that can zoom in and actually show you like, oh, I actually hit this guy. I don't have a camera that can do that. And unfortunately, magnifying the actual image, not only would I have to probably record the video in 4K 30, which would not only, while it may increase the visual quality, would decrease the fact that actual, it would decrease the frame rate of the video, which just doesn't look as nice. If you've ever obviously watched airsoft videos, you know that 60 FPS airsoft videos look so much better than 30 FPS videos, which is why I've also decided to record in 1080p 60. So the video should come out to 1080p 60. Um, that's what I'm going to be recording at, because number one, the camera that I'm using does not support SD cards above 64 gigabytes, 64 gigabyte capacity, which basically makes it absolutely unusable in the sense that if I tried to record at 4K 30, I would fill that thing up so quickly. That SD card would get filled up so quickly, and I would have to be so conscious about stopping and starting recording, and not to mention the file offload, the time it would take to obviously import and export that video after editing, and yeah, honestly, it's just not worth the increased resolution for a not only a decrease in FPS, but also a decrease in the amount of content that I can hold. I was thinking of obviously doing 1440p, but again, not only does the camera not support it natively, which means that I would have to do some finicky crap just to get the camera to actually record in 1440p, but again, it would lose out on the amount of content I can record. With this SD card, I can record around 8 hours of footage straight before that camera gets filled up, which is absolutely perfect because we're not going to be there for exactly 8 hours, but generally speaking, uh, we should be good. And not to mention that 1080p is plenty. And I don't have the money, obviously, being a 17-year-old, to go and buy like a GoPro. I do have access to a GoPro, but it would require me to literally travel to another country to go get, which is kind of impossible now due to some unforeseen circumstances. Nonetheless, yeah. So I'm going to be recording that video in 1080p 60, and it should, fingers crossed, be uploaded same day. It'll be 3 videos at a minimum. Um, and at an absolute maximum, we could be looking at, you know, 6. But there will, of course, be the videos on specific weapons, such as the HK as seen here. And there will also be there will be a video that will just be basically general gameplay and just a day at Airsoft, really. But that is basically the case. I have already packed for Airsoft. I would show you the bag, but it's well, extremely heavy, and also I'd have to move this, which is obviously my HK with a sling now. I finally bought a sling in a gun bag, ready to go. Got a battery in there. It's not plugged in or anything. As you can see, I mean, it doesn't fire. And yeah, I mean, we wanted to go for ages. Unfortunately, as we said, 27th, which was what I planned to do solo, just didn't happen. I got ill. I tried to do the 15th, but unfortunately, not only could my buddy not come, but it would be extremely difficult for me to not only go there, but to come home, because of where the location I'd be going to, because I wouldn't be going to Warzone. Which just made it really difficult because the 15th was the absolute earliest I could do. Warzone unfortunately didn't have a date for the 15th anyways, and also a buddy of mine couldn't come because he was away at the time. Luckily, the 22nd has now been booked, has been confirmed. We have basically everything sorted for it. So next, I just need to now. The most stressful days are going to be Saturday, which will basically be me actually transporting everything, and Sunday will be the easy day. We get to have fun and whatnot. But yeah, future videos afterwards, I'm really not sure what I could create. I will obviously have to generate some ideas because at the moment I'm a little bit stumped on kind of what to do. I can make really short videos, like just how to put like mounts on or how to set up your rigs and stuff. But I want to create content that's actually like really good, has a meaning behind it, and isn't just something that I've thought of very quickly. Um, and this actual video that we're planning to create was now it's a long time in the making. It's nearly a month in the making of the idea. And I know that a lot of you are anticipating the wait for it, but I can assure you that the content should be uploaded by the 22nd. It may be late at night because you have to understand that if I am uploading 10 hours of content at 1080p 60, that's going to be nearly 80 gig worth of. I mean, 64 gigabytes, about 7.5 hours worth of footage straight. Um, so, you know, it could be, I'll give it a good 70 something gig, if not more. Um, but I mean, yeah, let's just say for the hell's sake, 8 hours of 64 gigabytes. That's still so much content for me to upload at once. So what I will do is once I finish editing everything and exporting it, I will upload the smaller videos first. So the big video, which is the POV video, will not come out uh, as the first video simply because it is going to take so long to upload that video. You have to bear in mind it is a 1080p 60 video that will be 8 hours long at an absolute maximum, which is a very long time and it's a lot of footage. That's 64 gigabytes I have to upload, which, if I want to roughly estimate, uh, so it's probably going to take about 12 hours to upload that. Jesus Christ, that is slow. I don't think it will take 12 hours. Yeah, we'll see. Nonetheless, though, those videos will be uploaded. I mean, they will be in the process of uploading. 100% they will be uploaded by the 23rd, but I won't be actively checking my computer on the 23rd as I will be busy on that day. And yeah. Anyways, though, that's pretty much everything. I mean, we'll see how the content is. There will also be explosives in this video. I have had some people ask me, will there be explosives? The answer is Yes, there will be some explosives. Do not worry. Um, just to clarify on the explosives part before like YouTube has a go at me or I don't know, somebody watches this and thinks that I'm a maniac. I just want to clarify that all the explosives that will be used in that video and all firearms that will be used in that video are on a site which deems it legal to do so. All of the activities that are done on the site are within the legal boundaries of the law, and all ammunition and pyrotechnics used are used lawfully and are used or are obtained legally. So nobody have a go at me, please, because you're like, oh my God, he's got pyrotechnics, so he's gonna go and blow up. So like, shut up. If that's actually you, shut up. Okay, just relax, enjoy that, and yeah. So that's pretty much the entire video. I have everything packed. I recently upgraded my rig setup to a 6 mag rig. I haven't bought any more mags for my pistol. Reason being, they're just so damn expensive. Like, it's 30 quid for a magazine that will only hold like 25 rounds. But then again, pistol, I don't use it much. There may be one game where I decide to actually use it, or I may ask my friend if I can HPA convert my pistol temporarily just to give you guys an example of what it's like using one of these bad boys. But nonetheless, we will see. Um, Pretty much not all of the details are sorted, but I can 100% guarantee you that there will be at least 2 videos uploaded on the 22nd, and there will be at least the final video uploaded by the 23rd. The content is set in stone now to be created, and unless any unforeseen circumstances deem it, not occurring, touch wood, um, then there shouldn't really be a problem. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. We got the helmet sorted, everything, and we're all packed and ready to go. I know it's a little bit early, but I am a busy man, so you know. And yeah, so from Arm Business ourselves, thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit that like button, or maybe dislike the video if you don't like it. Subscribe if you wish, and if you want to see our content as soon as it comes out, make sure to press that notification bell, especially for the POV video. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day, or rest of your day. Maybe it's good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Who knows? But nonetheless, this is David from Arm Business. Thank you for watching. Also, I forgot to mention, as a lot of you might have noticed, I never show my face in the videos. The POV video will probably contain my face. We'll see. You might get a sneak peek at the headless torso that is speaking to you right now. But I don't show my face for the tendency that I want to focus more on what the content is rather than obviously me because well, it's not about me. Um, but yeah. Anyways, have a good night, good morning, or good afternoon. I'll see you guys later. Ciao.